off the air, but I'm sure it'll come back. It's coming again. It's coming back around. I know. Anyway, once again, it is 7:30 ish on a Sunday night. Apologize for being just a few minutes tardy. Uh, guys was giving me a little bit off the air. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all love. So appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight once again, man. We are live. We are in the man cave, and we appreciate y'all giving us a little bit of your time tonight. And before we get started, I want to say what's up to the All State PG All State coach. What's going on with y'all, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, man, another week. We had our first full week of games, had a lot of interesting things that took place. And so we're going to discuss them. PG, I know the last couple of weeks you kind of been chilling. And if you are still, that's fine. But we always come first. Still chilling?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing. This is my first day back, man. I'm back on the job.
Back on the job. Okay. Well, we welcome you back. Appreciate you. You know, get you tapping back in. So, all right, we'll swing it back up top and reverse it. And coach, you got anything in your corner?
Man, coach, I talked about the state of the county last week, and bruh, when we talked about the top 10 earlier today, boy, I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. But last week we talked about Mount Verde and JCP aspirations to build a Mount Verde. Coach, Mount Verde had 2 staple wins this week. 2 staple wins, and they were back-to-back days. They come out, they beat the IMG national team, and then the next day they beat Columbus by 28. Coach, it's just another level up there, coach. And we talking about back-to-back days and probably 2 top 5, top 10 teams in the nation, coach. Like,
and it was
like what are we talking about? Like, it's Mount Verde and it's like everybody else.
Yeah, that's tough.
Is it even anybody else? I mean, is it even anybody else, coach? I mean, that's them people just
beat Columbus by 28, coach.
Beat Columbus by 28 with all the new people, with all the new folks.
All the new folks, and had beat like IMG the night before or 2 nights before that. It's just a different level, coach. And Cooper Flag wasn't even the high score.
Cooper's chilling,
bruh. It's different up there.
Man, and so, but the thing on it is, it's different. Is it? I know that what's name went over there and played them last year. Winter Haven, but it's really it's really no point of a regular team playing somebody like that, right? Because we had this conversation, coach. If you remember, folks don't want to play Jordan Christian Trump, right?
Yeah.
But because they ain't gonna get no points. If I play Montverde, so is Montverde not technically FHSAA? Isn't that like the same
concept?
Same concept? I mean, so you're in the same boat, right? It's no point of playing them if you're a traditional school because you ain't getting nothing out of it.
Yeah. But I know why Columbus played them. They trying to get into the Geico National Championship. So I totally understand why they played them.
Do they get in by getting beat? Do they getting sausaged by Montverde? Does that kick them out already before the season started, or they got to win state and then they get in?
I thought they already won.
They already won.
Definitely got to win state, but they can't have no more than 2 or 3 losses. And those 2 or 3 losses got to be to teams like that.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, that
PG
might
said
hurt.
they already won state.
Yeah, you heard it with the little already. They 2 games in is already a wrap. Oh man. All right, man. Well, Coach Slider, we're gonna talk on a topic that came up. PG, you kind of I wrote it down. I told you what me and you kind of talked about it earlier this week. Um, and it's safety, player safety, team safety, fan safety, I guess, whoever you want to say, but safety of the teams when you at games like home or away. Um, Essentially, who is accountable when it comes to the safety of um the team, the kids, the players, whatever. And what we speaking on without specifying it, there was an incident earlier the year that kind of took place. And I guess over the last couple of years, we've had a couple here and there. But who does that like? Because like a football game, obviously it's a lot more people at football games in some cases. So you got a whole lot. You got all the admin. You got uniform shares. You got all this extra presence, but you don't always see that at basketball games. So who does that who does that fall on? As a coach, as an admin, you kind of wear both hats, coach. So
Yeah.
and I mean,
It kind of fall on everybody. The whole school, when you talk about basketball, the whole school usually only have one admin there, and depending on the game, whether they'll have a uniform police officer there. If you start going to like these schools where they don't have a lot of people in attendance, more likely they're not going to be paying a police officer $30-$40 an hour just to be there. You know what I'm saying? So now you're talking about just one admin, and you expecting the coaches to maintain their players. But what about the people in the stands? You know what I'm saying? That's tough to protect your players, from if a situation occurs. I know one thing that we always used to do, we used to have that conversation with our players about never going anywhere by yourself. We made them sit together. If something do happen, on the court or something, stay on the bench and stuff like that. But it's tough. If a situation does happen, people start running out the stands and whatever, to protect your kids. If it's not enough security there, and it's clearly not in basketball. It's clearly not enough in basketball. So to be honest, I think we should be grateful that more situations haven't happened and somebody haven't got seriously hurt.
yeah, and I guess
It's just
that's
sad to say when these situations when did it become this like much of a concern? Like you remember this ain't used to happen.
it used to happen, and now and I guess the thing is really is really I think the thing has become I don't even know if it's necessarily the players or the benches. Like you said, Coach, it's the stands and the fans and the spectators.
Yeah.
So that's, in my opinion, that's what's become the issue. So it's just like, what do you do? I mean, like you say, you ain't gonna pay nobody, but if stuff keeps happening, you know how I don't know if they still do it, but I know when I was coaching, it got to a point where you had to have at home games, you had to have 3 refs because it was such a complaint of the officiating. So if you had a home game, you kind of had to have it, and on the road, it was kind of but they made that like you had to almost put that in your thing, like you had to have 3 refs. Is it time to almost put it in, something, contract, whatever, that you have to have a uniform presence? And especially now, I ain't saying every game, but like if it's a game that could potentially be, some stuff, should that be like a requirement, not expectation for you to do it if you feel like it, but no, this is part of the paperwork.
I think
I
so.
say every game. I think every game. It's not. Those are the games that be the most concerned. The ones you think it won't happen at. I mean, I think it just got to become an expense. That's put in. You talking about for like an officer to be on site, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that just has to be an expense on the school to put that in the county. It's too much money that the counties have in athletics, bro. I mean, even if it take to charge an extra $1 to cover the cost of that. And you know what I'm saying? If you getting you charging what, $5 now, BD?
No, it's more than that.
What
What it says, like
student.
7.
for the students?
Yeah. For students, it's like that. It's like
students. That's the concern. They need to go up to $6 on the student. You say $1 added on to 100 kids. That's $600. That covers 2 officers.
Yeah. And then some schools, it's according to the school though, Toomer, as far as charging students, because a lot of them try to encourage students to come. So sometimes it's even less than $5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see anywhere it's like $2 or $3 just to try to encourage the kids to come.
Yeah, I think it should be across the board $5, and that'll help cover. That'll help cover 2 officers.
Because if you got 2 uniformed people, that most times just that presence deter that stuff. That they ain't got to call nobody. You ain't got to wait for them to get there. They already there. Sometimes that it can take care of itself just by the presence, just by the fact that we ready. But that doesn't always happen.
Yeah,
that's a good point, right? But I don't know. I don't know if Polk County, and I hate to say this, outside of football, does Polk County? What's up, Coach? Congrats on the big road win on Friday, Coach Casanova, Lakeland High School football. But I don't know if the county. I want to say it's not as important. Football is important. Football is king. We get that. But we've been saying that for a while, which that's the main reason why we even started, Polk Hoops, is because we just speaking specifically with basketball, it's not the same type of to Raheem's point, it's type of meetings, and maybe coach, maybe it is. I say you admin, so it doesn't seem like it's the same type of energy given once you step off the football field. And because
that's a whole joke right there to charge students $2. That's a whole joke.
I mean, it depends on the school, Toomer. Like I said, I don't seen it happen before.
Alexander put it in there. He said $2 adults, $5 at One Haven.
Yeah, so $3, $2, $3, that ain't really hurting you, like you said. So
it's way $5 got 2 officers.
There's ways to do it, but we just won't get creative.
Man, they have it in their athletic budget to cover it. It just if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Because most people use football to pay for everybody else anyway. So it could be done. It's just if they want to or not.
Gotcha. All right. Well, before we transition, so without knowing specifically, we won't speak on it, but we're gonna echo Coach Eric Robinson's post earlier. He was saying pray for his players and pray for his kids. So apparently something happened with Arbondale basketball. So we just ask if you pray, if that's what you subscribe to, please send one. You don't mind doing it. Send one up for Arbondale basketball. Like I said, we do not know what's going on. We haven't reached out and asked. I know I saw Coach Robinson post, so we just echoing his comment. So, all right. So
I just read something, man.
Just read something. So his next topic: parents, man. Parents. We love parents. We all are parents. in one shape, form, or fashion. So the question is parental input and influence. How should a coach, how should a coach navigate and handle it, be it preseason, in season, postseason? When I say parental influence, just give you an example. Um, you win, you just won a game, feeling pretty good about life. You know, it's a good win for your kids, for your program. They battle back stuff you've been working on. They finally starting to get it, and you end up getting the win. And right after the game, or even the next morning, I don't know. You got a parent runs up on you about your child, about role on the program, and they not getting this and they not getting that. Just like what I know, coach. I gotta get it out. So I mean, what do we what do we as parents are they are part of it. They're not going nowhere. So what how do we how do what is your what is so so what what's up, man? What we doing with our parents, man? What and maybe this is not a thing. Maybe this is an outdated shooting from left field with it. But hypothetically, what we doing? what, what, we, what we doing with the parents, man? Oh
Put
man.
in their place.
Hmm?
Right in their place, man. Parent ain't got no business coming to you trying to give you advice.
Not even advice. What advice? Criticism, critique, anything. Right after the game.
Coach, I done heard different perspectives about this, and I know some coaches have different rules. Like I done heard the 24-hour rule, where a parent had to wait at least 24 hours before, coming to a coach or whatever. That's not something that I did. I said when I was coaching at Lake Wells and all my boys' parent meetings, basically, I told them I'll talk to a parent about anything but playing time. And what happened is that the principal of that school have entrusted me with this program, to be the overseer and, lead this program as I see fit. You know what I'm saying? No coach going into a game to show favoritism to lose a game, coach. Like we're trying to make every decision and manage the game to win it. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to play like, oh, that's my favorite or such and such son or whatever, a daughter or whatever, you know, that donor is donating in especially at a public school. I'm not doing that, coach. I don't personally talk to parents about playing time. Once playing time comes up, that conversation ends. And unfortunately, I had to do that with a personal friend of mine. Him and my brother was real close, and he tried to come up to me and talk to me about playing time, about his daughter. And I ended that real short, but he thought because we had a relationship, he could speak to me about that. I don't talk about playing time. So if you got an issue with playing time at LBD or with Winhaven Girls, you better go talk to Johnny. Because talking to me ain't gonna get you nowhere. Like I said, we trying to make decision to win the ball game and keep the integrity of the program at the same time. And that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you start letting parents get involved, you losing all of it.
So what about the you had a they run up on you on Thursday and you why we ain't talking about it. I'm no done. We're not having this conversation. And on Friday, you get an email signing the paper with they withdrawal grade. And they don't went from across the street to the other side of the street.
That's fine, coach. You know what I'm saying? And I have told, people people that, maybe this program is not for you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna run it how I see fit. They have entrusted me to run this program as a top level program, and that's what we're gonna do. Nobody's above the program, including myself. So everybody's held at a high standard. You know what I'm saying? That's
See that
on and
keyword you
off.
use, coach? Using the keyword program.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
as long as the coach giving 100% to what the sport is, I don't think anyone has that right, because you're not even teaching them what's gonna be at the next level. Ain't no parents going to no college office talking about having a meeting. You know what I'm
And what are we
saying?
basing this on? Like, have you been at practice? Have you seen, what's going on at practice? Have they put in the work during the summer? All of that stuff applies. Like, you can't just show up now that it's the season time talking about my baby should be playing. It don't work like that. What if I haven't seen your baby all summer? Or what if he or she didn't do nothing all summer? So where I supposed to, gain that trust into putting them out there and they didn't earn it? Or let's look at data. You shooting 15% from the field. Like what we talking about?
With them numbers, things change.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers, things change. Okay, well, I just figured I would ask, because that scenario kind of came across. I saw it somewhere, so I figured I would ask and get y'all take on it. So from a chalk talk perspective, can you coach / teach basketball IQ?
Yes.
Teach it, yeah. I mean, you
Yes.
can coach it too. It's a learning process, yeah.
You can condition it, and the way you do that is through experience. We always say experience is the best life teacher. You can teach it in basketball, you know what I'm saying? But you have to go through those scenarios in practice over and over again. How I became a great coach at managing, especially when you get down to like fourth quarter, being down 5 or being up 5 with, so many minutes left, is that I got a lot of practice in travel ball. Coach Hayes, I applaud him all the time. He had me coaching at a young age, so I was able to see a whole bunch of situations when I was younger. I know how I failed. So this situation came up. I failed doing this time, so I'm not gonna make this same mistake again. You know what I'm saying? But we get in practice, we split the teams up. Hey, you down 5. Hey, you up 5. You know what I'm saying? It's a minute on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Then we go through those situations. You got to condition them, put them in those situations, and then look at like, hey, how did you handle this? How can we have done this differently in order to win the ball game?
Okay. Hold on. Let's see the comments.
And plus, it's tough to simulate pressure situations, and I think that's the way to do it in practice.
So if it's coachable and it's teachable, one of the knocks on Polk County basketball is that we don't have high basketball IQ. We're just athletes. If it's able to be taught and coached, why does that continue to be the narrative in Polk County basketball?
Because it's something else you got to dedicate time to. Like people that don't want to play man, they don't want to dedicate the time to teach it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to dedicate time to teach those situations. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody press is either they're bad at time management and scripting their practice, or they don't think it's important. But they expect their kids, to perform at a high level in these situations, and they just don't. They just don't. So
to Coach Hill, Coach, congrats on your first win. Coach Hill at Hayes City picked up his first win over the week last week. So congrats on that. But to his point, he says comes from reps in Little League program. So if a kid comes to you and hadn't played Little League, are they hustling backwards? Are they doomed?
they're not doomed. Like I said, it's all according to the coach. But then again, like I said, those situations, you gotta have total focus from your kids and make sure they're in tune in what you're teaching, because you could be like up 5, a minute left or whatever, and you got people yelling in the stands because they're open, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, instead of just running your offense and just running time down. Like the time is on your side. I seen a situation just happen this past week where a team was up 3, and a kid just took a 3 because he was open. You know what I'm saying? You got people in the stands yelling, shoot it, because he was open. They almost lost that game, but luckily they didn't.
Wow.
Some people get caught up in their selfishness and trying to score instead of just win the ball game.
To Coach Sears, and I saw where Coach Manning also said the same thing. They mentioned, and Coach Pruitt. So I'll make sure I know I saw a couple times people say it. How do you? Well, I won't say how do you. I guess it's a how to it also. 2 parts. How much time in your week? Because we get caught up in the gym, practicing, teaching, doing game type stuff. How much time should we dedicate to you to film study? And how do you teach? Because you can put on a film and run it. Because the thing is, we try to be effective, right? We're not just trying to say we spend, because you can spend an hour and wasted an hour of time. I could be sitting there watching film for a whole hour, but if I ain't pointing nothing out, if we get killed on the secondary break, we watch film for an hour, and we ain't stopped the tape 2-3 times and say, all right, we got to get this first pass. We know the ball, we know they try to get to the corner. We know the guy running to the post guy to stretch the fold, running to the top of the rim. If we not having those discussions, what we really doing? So I guess 2 parts: how much time in a week are we spending on film study, and how effective? What are we doing in that time? And this just chalk talk, just having just coaches talking. Hopefully, if you can get something from it, or you can add something to it in the chat, feel free. But we just trying to help everybody.
I think it's according to your practice schedule. I know with girls and boys at Winter Haven, we kind of switch from early to late. So if we're going late, sometimes we're able to get the girls in the study hall, lift weights, and use that time as a film study beforehand. Since we have them, and then we'll practice after that. But I think you got to spend at least a couple hours a week as far as film study if you can. If not, just do it before games maybe. But it's important that kids actually see themselves, because they'll tell you anything. Oh, coach, this is what happened. This is what happened. But when you show them, I remember back in the day when we played, they had a little red dot, and coach used to just shine it on you. And you know what I'm saying? You just didn't want to be on that little red dot. You know what I'm saying? Like, film is important. It's also, you got to use your time effectively. Like, it's no way you're going to get through a whole game, but you should clip out, parts of that game. Just only show the parts that you need to show them so it can be effective.
Gotcha. PG, you saw what Mike said about your film study. You probably didn't see it, but and Coach Hill got another perspective also. I think it's something into, actually, like you said, Coach, the game situations. All right, blue squad, gold squad. All right, blue squad, you up 5 with a minute to go. Gold squad, what you gonna do? Gold squad, you up 2, ball out of bounds. This is, so are we going to translate what we done seen on film, what we talked about, hopefully, to this situation where we can stop it in practice. You ought to feel good about it in the game, but you got to at least see it before the game, right? That's the thought.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I say, you got to condition them to it. You can't expect them to do something that you haven't practiced. You know what I'm saying? Just by you telling them, that's setting the kids up for failure. And like you're saying the kids don't have a high IQ anyway. So if you haven't practiced it, how you expect them to execute in a game situation?
Okay, and so Coach Harris, what's up, Coach? He says 3 to 5 hours, and he says film study happens individually. We know it's football, but we know it was a lot of controversy locally early in the year. One of our kids, Kamari McClain, that went out to Colorado when he wasn't playing, and Dion Primetime was saying he wasn't watching film. They got a way of checking if you're watching film, you ain't doing your part. So that's probably would be too strict at the high school level, or would it?
Yeah, it's tough to hold them accountable to a certain amount of time. But what you want them to do is at least watch it, though. Most of them do because they're trying to clip out highlights anyway.
Education too important too.
Yeah.
At the high school level, you have whole arguments about you taking up more time with their education than.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, my bad, coach. Coach said they do it for team field, but they didn't want them to watch. They didn't watch on their own also. Okay. All right. And cause that's a good point that Coach Pruitt made. They don't know watch film at home, and they don't know what they're watching or what they're looking for. And like you say, Coach, they only going looking for their highlight clips, then they missing the whole point anyway. So it's almost like it might make more sense to make sure you're doing it with them to make sure it actually happens. And anything after that would be extra.
Happen a lot though. Are they doing that now? I mean, watching film as a team, a lot like that.
I know we have. I can't answer for everybody else.
Coach Hagan said they watch film after individual after they watch it as a team. Is it still Huddle? Is the thing everybody use still, or they something different?
Most people use Huddle. There's a couple other platforms out there, but most of them use Huddle.
Okay, well, that's the good talk session. Appreciate y'all coaches in the chat tapping in and giving input. So last week, the week that was, anything surprises, anything from a positive negative, any thoughts on the week that was from last week?
No, I think it's still early.
Yeah.
It's still early.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to gauge on where we're at.
We can't really
as a county.
I know that before we look at the last week that was, and then pick the games for this week, had this conversation with a coach the other day, and it's a situation where it's the situation we've talked about this before. You got kids that are seniors, and they got the dreams of going to the next level because that's what every kid do. They think they a Power 5 major, D1 prospect, and the reality of it is, unfortunately, that in some cases you probably not, and that's a hard conversation. But in some cases, the landscape has changed as far as what colleges are looking for. So I did this just doing the research, just from a purely height standpoint. And I just Googled it. I'm just saying, I Googled average height for Division I, and I just did all 5 positions: point guard, average height Division I guard, average height for Division I small forward, height Division I power forward, average height Division I center. So what I came up with, PG, the average height anywhere from 6'1" to 6'4". The average height for 2 guard is 6'5". Average height for 3 is 6'7". The average height for 4 is 6'8". Average height for 5 is 6'10". So we don't have a lot of kids on that upper 6 level, right? And Coach Pruitt, that's a good point that we're gonna make right now. So the thing that we pride ourselves on in Polk County, right? We pride ourselves on how tough our kids are, right? That's our staple, badge of honor for years. We tough. Nobody played physical like Polk County basketball. But if I'm a 6'1" or 6'2", 3 or 4, is that toughness going to even get on the radar of people at the next level?
Not Division One.
Not even Division One. PG used All American at D2. Capers was an All American at D2. I'm just having that dog. What we pride ourselves on in the county. When we talking next, we can say height doesn't show the heart of the kid, and that's true. But at next level, those schools don't really do college coaches look for dog and heart over measurables and skill?
What about IQ of the game? Because that's what we keep forgetting about as far as getting recruited.
But coach, those exceptions are made when that kid is killing it at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? For example, my kid, Douglas Brooks, 6'3", 6'3"-ish, shooting guard, right? You said the average height is 6'5".
4 to 2, right? 6'5", yes, sir.
6'5". So he went to VCU. He was that dog, coach, but he did it on the EYBL circuit. You know what I'm saying? And he played into what Shaka Smart was doing at VCU. He shot the ball at a high level. He played defense at a high level. He was a difference maker. If you're not doing it at the highest level for these people to see you, especially during travel ball season, they're not coming out watching you during high school. So if you're doing it at the high school level, they're not going to see you. And
competition not strong enough.
And I'm sorry, but you need to humble yourself and look at division that's lower than that. That's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? If you like our D1 kids in 24 have signed. They have signed. Probably the only kids that probably haven't signed is those kids from JCP that people have been talking about. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that have been here and we know that they're D1, they have signed already. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, you need to be looking at, who's offering you money to go to school to play ball.
Coach Pruitt, has that kid gotten any offers, the 5'6" PG? Because I guess the point is, not the point, but a point is, we got plenty of kids that can go, but if those measurables don't line up, they never get a chance to, like a 5'6" PG. I mean, if I'm 6'2" and I play the 3, or I'm 6'1" and I play the 4, and I'm averaging a double, that's great. But if I ain't handled the ball, if I ain't showed I can run a team, even if, like PG say all the time, Vince Carter played the 5 in high school, but at some point he went and played on the wing. At some point, right? If you're not even doing it on the circuit, if you're not doing it with your team.
But like I said, Coach, those kids got to be special. Like, you got to be putting up 30 a game against everybody. ESPN highlight, you go viral on the net or something. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not doing that, then what are we talking about? Like, again, reality got to set in. Like, your goal should be trying to get your education paid for, no matter what level that is. And I wouldn't be shunning people because it's not, the level you think you are.
So this is the thing. Like you said, we got kids that's already signed. So if we look at who has already signed, Isaac is 6'7", right? And so he projects at the 2 or the 3, right?
Yes.
But he got the size based off of this information. You can Google it just like I did if you think I'm capping or whatever. JP has signed. And based off of this, JP projects as a 2 guard, right? He's 6'5", so he's average. LJ, he projects as a 1 at the next level, right? And he's 6'2". And I'm just, this ain't, I know these don't be sexy conversations, but we just trying to get the information out there. You do with it what you will, but we also trying to help these kids, right? And we just want them to have all the information at their hands, them and their parents, and at that point you can, you make your own decision. But you have to pass the eyeball test for them people coming off them planes and getting out them. I mean, first of all, you got to pass the eyeball test in the guidance office, or else your coach won't even know you're on campus. But you gotta have measurables, right? You gotta look the part, whether you can play or not, and whether it's fair or not. That's just the reality of it, right? So we got those 3 kids that have signed, and all 3 of them can go, right? This is the thing, Coach Pruitt. I'm not arguing with you. We just having a conversation. Alex can play, Vass can play, Willie Wilson kid can play, Luke kid, they can play, Coach, but we ain't the ones that's. I keep going back to this quote that Scott Williams made on Twitter probably 2 years ago. And I don't know if he made it up. I don't know if he got it from somebody, but he posted it on Twitter. It was gospel to me. He said that your level is who recruit you. No matter what you think, your level. So if you get recruited by D3 kids, D3 schools, that's your level. If you being recruited by P5 schools, then that's your level. Not saying you can't play, but you have to project to the next level. And I just think that, like you say, Coach, we have to be realistic with the information that we provide, even when it's not sexy, even when it's not popular, even when it's hard to hear. We have to at least have the conversation, like, come on, man. If you're not 6'5", like Mr. Hoskins said, Hoskinson, I don't want to say your name wrong. You ain't 6'5", what we ain't even having a conversation. And that ain't, you can say that ain't fair.
You better be special. You better can shoot it.
Got to. Better have some type of extra talent.
Yeah, you gotta be special, Coach.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that we oh, Mike got a joke. Cause the thing is, every year we set up for I don't know if we do, but it's so sad to hear. It's be so sad to see the kids be having these these dreams, and they don't become reality. Mr. Pruitt, Coach Pruitt, Kevin never said Alex can't go to Woodhaven to be a difference maker right now. I'm saying the next level. We're talking next level. I have no input. I don't coach not one college team in America. So the conversation, like I say, I know it's not an easy conversation. Do I think Alex can go to Woodhaven to be a difference maker? Yeah, he could. How Woodhaven played, I don't think he's gonna have the ball as much as he got at McGill, so his role would change. So it would be interesting to see how he gets used at
and they still won't beat Columbus.
I mean, but even with that, besides that, good point, Coach Will. Chris Burgess went D1 out of Jenkins. He was about 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", whatever you want.
He can shoot it though, Coach.
But
he can fill it up.
Coach, he was a walking bucket, right?
Yes.
Walking bucket. I mean, But okay, besides Chris Burgess with those measurables, on one hand, I ain't talking about two, and take out the thumb. So we got Chris Burgess. On one hand, let's name three more that had his measurables that went D1. Let me if I can get the Jeopardy music to play while we thinking.
That was less than 6'1" at the point.
Right.
How tall was Keon?
Keon was taller than Keon was bigger than Chris Burgess was.
Yeah, he was. I'm saying, did he meet the 6'1" requirement? Keon comes to mind. If he didn't meet the 6'1", I would say him.
Okay, so y'all making the point. You're making the point, Rex. I see it, Rex, and I see Coach Webb. So we say J Frog.
We
say Miguel. Although I think J Frog might be. When I'm saying,
Miguel's 6 foot, ain't he?
Miguel.
Yeah.
But let's talk about if we're okay. Let's just say 6 foot because let's say all of them is below the average for the PG. Miguel, we'll use Miguel, J Frog, Chris, and was it another name? Or those are on three. I thought Miguel was 6'1", so I thought he was average height. But if he undersized,
he might be 6'1".
I know J Frog about like 5'10", you know.
But again, they did it on the circuit. Not only did they do it in high school, they did it on the circuit.
Come on now, come in the room now, because I will admit I was not the biggest Miguel Paul fan for what he did at Kathleen.
Bro, he
one
killed
day I
it
had
on the
a conversation with bro, and bro, I was like, we was talking, and he stopped me like, bro, hold on now. Do you realize that Miguel on the circuit game catch 30 a game? I said, oh, well, then that's the end of the conversation, bro. And we never had no other talk about it. If he get it to somebody, then that's why he getting what he getting. He just not doing it at Kathleen.
Yeah.
So he averaging 13 a game at Kathleen, which is to your point. Them people on the circuit, I mean, them college coaches didn't care what he did at Kathleen. They probably never even knew he averaged 13 a game at Kathleen because he was giving people 30 on the circuit.
Bro, he killed it on the circuit.
We know what J Frog did. We know what Keon did.
And like Rex saying about Ray Taylor, again, he killed it on the circuit. You know what I'm saying? He was on them breakdown teams, killing
that
it.
one national. Yeah, national breakdown.
Those kids killed it at the highest level. That's the reason why they was different.
And
the measurables throughout the window, out the window. The honor kid that played for Lake Highland Prep, he didn't meet the measurable, but he can flat out shoot it on the circuit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I say, you got to be different at the highest level for them to take a chance on you.
And that's, so we ain't coming in here saying nothing negative about our kids. We just trying to, y'all know if nothing else, we fight for our kids more than anybody. I'm gonna cough on that one, but we fight for our kids more than anybody.
We don't have like three. We probably got 3 D1 kids though, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The conversation ain't about
the D1 kids have signed, bro. That's what I said earlier. They have signed already.
And all we saying, we just trying to have a conversation to bring some awareness to the situation, so that if we got to be the ones that had the conversation, and we got to be trash, and we got to be this, but at least the word's out there. So what you do with the information, as we say all the time, what you do with the information is on you. But we gonna provide it for you because we try to do what's best for our kids. So all them guys that we talk about in the chat, they had something, right?
Yeah.
And so the question is, and once again, I'll take it as Polk Hoops. So if you want to come for me, that's fine.
You leave me alone.
Just line it up. Line up the resumes. Line up them kids. Line up J Frog, Burgess, J Frog, Burgess, Miguel.
Frog actually lost his scholarship to D1 because of his size, right?
Come on now. When the new coach came in, he didn't.
But he still went to Tennessee Tech.
That was the next point, though, Coach.
He still went to Tennessee Tech. Still D1. Still play ball.
Yeah. But let's say at the beginning, that was the point. J Frog that was the point I was gonna make. Went D1, and when the old coaching staff, the new coach came in, no, he ain't big enough.
Yeah, they questioned his height.
We know he can play, but that he didn't meet that new coach. Was it Coach Sutton, Eddie Sutton?
No, it was Larry Brown.
Larry Brown.
Larry Brown. My bad, Larry Brown. He didn't meet Larry Brown. Larry Brown looked at you. Hey, you ain't big enough. Don't matter what he did. And Jay Frost was
Allen Iverson dreams. He wanted to call guard.
Hey, Mike, man, that what it is. I got chill because real pepper, real hot. You know, I mean, but the point on it is, Rex, though, when he went to school, we ain't, and that's the thing. We ain't battling with you about Jay Frost. We said he went, and then another coach came in and hit him with the measurables. Now, was that fair? No, but that was the reality of what happened. So,
no, Jay Frost was a legit Division I basketball player.
A legit D1 basketball player. Come on now. Yeah. I mean, so okay, Rich. Yeah, so we ain't boxing with you, boss. We just trying to educate the jitterbugs now, because sometimes you create your own reality, and we just trying to help with this Heartbreak Hotel. Shout out to Whitney Houston, R.I.P. That that we see because we have seen it. We just trying to help, man. We just here to help, man. We just here to give you some context, give you some information. What you do with that information, that's on you. But so all right, man. So last week there was one person that went undefeated.
Bartow should be ranked 15th. Let's talk rankings.
we about to talk ranking.
20th.
So last week we had 5 games because we had 6 games. We had 6 games, and Polk went.
He had to keep me go undefeated, right?
Polk went undefeated, went 6-0.
Oh man, Rig.
Coach went 5-1, and PG went 5-1. The difference maker was
Santa Fe.
Y'all both picked Bartow, and I picked Santa Fe. So
I thought I picked Santa Fe, man.
You picked Santa Fe till you heard the game was at home, and then you switch your pick. Yes, I got the receipts. Oh,
I ain't picking Bartow no more.
So that's all, Mr. Bell. That's what we do. We just had a conversation. We know people don't want to hear it, but we just trying to educate. And at the end of the day, it's a parent, it's a student athlete decision. But we just off of our experience, what we know, we'll do the research, we'll have the conversation, we'll take the heat. But as long as if your child and you informed on the process, then hey, we've done what we set out to do. And everybody don't like it, because we don't always like to hear what's real. You know what I'm saying? And it's one weekend, but y'all both have coached and played. If it's your senior year, it's another, Polk Hoops. You can direct all your stuff to Polk Hoops. If it's your senior year and the season has started and you hadn't gotten anything, PG, what the order the people told you was of how they looking at kids now? Or was that you, coach, that told us that?
Say it again.
We both said it.
What's the order? Transfer portal, right?
Yeah.
Then
JUCO.
Then JUCO.
For high school.
Then P5. No, not even P5, right? It was something else. Prep. Then high school. So
now you got to put in overtime elite too, because they get kids.
So you got all these levels,
right? Remember the kid that's at Kentucky now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The overtime thing.
So come on now, what we talking about? To make it make sense. So anywho, last week, like I say, 6-0, 5-1, 5-1. So fresh off the press, and I know one we already got one black screen, so we might be getting another one.
You know it.
But we're gonna go with our top 25 for this.
I might leave the group and go into the in the chat.
So All right, man. So we're gonna start from 25
25.
and work our way. It's the top 25. I know. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back to McCall.
I thought we cut it down to 10, man.
Hey,
Where I
man.
been at, man? I've been that busy.
You've been busy, man. You've been busy. So this by next week we may not do it, but this week we going.
Man,
so,
let me mute.
Oh man, they leave. You know, you come in the world by yourself, and it's a good chance you might leave out by yourself too. So do we want to just do top 10? That's what y'all telling me, and just post everybody else?
Man, nobody don't want to hit on 25. You want us to cut the screen off?
Man, you. But it's some.
Bro, I'm cutting it off on the top 10. I'm gonna see y'all at 5, bro.
It's some traditional teams that's in that. Okay, well, all right, here we go. Y'all, we're gonna be surprised by the top 10 this week. The first of some of the teams that's in, and some of the teams, a lot of traditional teams not up in the top 10 right now. So anyway, we're going 10. We're going 10 to 1. So 10.
Boy, we appreciate you, boy. We're gonna give you your flowers.
Hey man, you know I'm for the people, man. I try to help everybody. I'm working on it.
25 trash.
I'm working on it. So number 10, 2-1 Lakeland Christian. Number 9, this will be a big surprise, but they 2-0 right now and they undefeated. So shout out to Coach Otis Wilson, man. Fort Meade, they cracked the top 10 this week at number 9.
Whoa.
Yeah. Number 8. Holding steady at number 8. 4-0 is McKeel. Number 7, holding steady at number 7 is Discovery. At number 6, 1-0. Had one game last week, Lakeland Dreadnoughts. At 5, at 2-0, Davenport Broncos. At 4, at 3-2 right now, the Jordan Christian Prep Seahawks. At 3, 3-0 right now, Santa Fe Crimson Hawks. At 2, 4-1, the Victory Storm, and at 1, 2-1, the Winter Haven Blue Devils. So 1 through 10, 1 Winter Haven, 2 Victory, 3 JCP. I'm sorry, 3 Santa Fe, 4 JCP. Now y'all didn't want y'all wanted was 10. So you see, that's what I'm saying. Now it's where Bartow at. Nah, can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. This ain't a buffet. Y'all say y'all didn't want nothing but the 10. So these are 10 we talking about. Winter Haven, see, that's what I said. I knew it. Winter Haven, Victory, Santa Fe, JCP, Davenport, Lakeland, Discovery, McKeel, Fort Meade, Lakeland Christian. Thoughts on the top 10 this week? A lot of movement.
Bartow got the best film session, video.
Hey man, shout out to Bartow with the graphics, the advertising. Shout out to Bartow, and also shout out to Blue Summers, man, for the footage. So yeah, so that's our top 10. So
who asked about Bartow? Bartow got sausages put in them, didn't he?
That's Rex is a Bartow guy, and then then Juice, Juice is the anti 11 through 25 guy. Then we don't do 11 through 25. He asks for people that's 11 through 25. So speaking French. So we'll post all of them tomorrow. But anywho, what's y'all thoughts on the top 10, man?
Let's talk about Claude Banks' voice, bro. I never thought I'd see the day of Fort Meade and Lakeland Christian in the top 10.
You got Fort Meade, Lakeland Christian, and McKeel in the top 8.
Bro, that's why I talk about the state of the county, man. It's no parity. There is no parity right now. There is no parity.
Hold on. You said, is it Fort Meade that's number 10?
Fort Meade number 9. Get it right. Stop playing Fort Meade. Lakeland Christian number 10.
Ain't Fort Meade the team that Gent was clowning?
Exactly. That's why I say shout out to Cole Wilson. He already got 2 of them wins back from 20 years ago.
Man, I'm about to leave this group, man. Y'all
I mean, congrats to them, man. Congrats that Coach
they
Wilson
play?
got a plan, but
Who,
bro,
what now?
where's
Who,
the parity right now?
What numbers JCP?
No, who did Frostproof beat?
They 2-0.
Whoever it is. Who they beat? Who they
Man, so now, okay. Do y'all want to hear what the other people at? See, this is the thing. We so traditional.
No.
We so traditional.
No, we ain't going back. We try.
No,
Who did Fort Meade beat?
I don't have it pulled up right now.
Who is it? Frostproof or Fort Meade?
Fort Meade. I don't have it pulled up right now who they beat. I just know they.
You trying to see who they beat?
I'm trying to see.
Hey man, I know how this finna go, so I'm gonna just be
You already know.
I might
I
black.
told you he was gonna shoot from the hip.
I might black my screen once.
Bro, when you was in the group text and he didn't answer, bro, I knew he was gonna shoot from the hip. Bro, I'm not even finna say this.
Man, you gotta say who they beat. Somebody right now 9.
Bro, I'm not even finna say this, bro.
Who they beat?
Bro, they beat All Saints and Oasis.
Oh!
Bro, we done lost boys. Bro, boys, I told boys she was gonna shoot from the hip, bro.
Hey man, that man dead wrong for putting them guys. Come on, man. How you gonna rank them people in the top 10 of some wins against Oasis and All Saints?
Bro, like you said, I guess he's trying to give them their flowers, man.
Man, you just gave them some roses. Yeah.
Oh,
Boy.
goodness.
I told him the other day, McKeel wasn't deserving in there either. They probably beat Sunrise over there down.
But my thing is, bro, who do you put above them?
Who beat Advanced Academy Prep? Did somebody beat them?
Who?
Advanced Academy Prep. My middle school played them tomorrow. Don't they got a varsity team? McKeel beat them or something? I ain't, man.
Hey, like, who you gonna put in there?
Hey man,
Who you gonna put in there?
hey.
Like, bro, the parity is just not there this year, man. It's like those top couple teams, and then everywhere else it's a crapshoot.
Oasis and All Saints, and we got to rank number 9. But we in trouble. We in a state of emergency. We in war right now.
Man, coach trying to get them people that
basketball
fly.
pandemic. Now, coronavirus don't hit the basketball.
Okay, so we talk about it. So who wins? So if you under,
bro, obviously wins don't matter after the college football playoff.
So wins don't matter. That's what we're saying. Wins don't matter.
Wins don't matter, bro.
I'm calling the governor.
People right now hot.
I'm calling the governor on Barnes.
Nah, it's Barnes. Nah, hey, you know that's what they say, boy. You come in the world by yourself, and you liable to go out the same way. You don't watch out.
Don't even gonna shoot from the hip. When he did else in the group text, so I was like, boy, he's gonna shoot from the hip now.
Yeah, boy, I tell you.
Wait a minute, you agree with that, BD?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you. In the group chat, I addressed the top 5. After that,
man, I gotta start reading that thing more, man. Hey, man.
Hey, man.
But from this point on, boy, y'all don't post that. I got to read it, boy. Call me.
Boy, they leave you out there, boy. They leave you out there, boy. They leave you out there, boy. I tell you.
Like, what are we talking about, man? Like,
boy,
after the 5, man, is crazy.
Boy, I tell you. Boy, it's tough. It's tough out here now. It's tough in these streets. What Darius McGriff say? It's tough in these streets now. It's tough. Tough. Well, you know, I take it. I take it. My shoulder's strong. My shoulders.
We gonna stand 10 toes with you, but that's That was my question last week.
So this my
The
thing.
state of the county, bro, is the parity is just not there. You know what I'm saying? We have traditional schools that's usually in the top 10 that's just not there, bro. The talent of the county is just not here this year.
And coach, so we blaming Polk Hoops for the records of some of these folks. Coach Hoops ain't been in one practice, ain't called one set,
Nope.
ain't put up one finger, ain't made one substitution, ain't swept one flow, ain't took out one basketball. All we do is report the facts. And the fact says them people ain't lost. And in years past, we have rewarded people for not losing. And we have rewarded people for not losing.
That's facts. That's facts.
So, hey, I'll take it. Juice, I'll take it. Rex, I'll take it. You know.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's why I wore my hat today, because I knew I was going to have to be strong, you know. So I had to wear my hat so I could be strong. And I knew they was coming at me from every which way, you know. Every which way. So,
bro, like I say all the time, it's gonna work itself out.
I'm back.
So, hey, Mike, I shine alone, man. I shine with my dogs. I shine alone, man. You feel me? So I knew it was coming, though. I knew it was coming. But hey, shout out to Lakeland Christian. Shout out to Fort Meade and all them people. You know, when the things come out, then we'll be on some bulletin boards. Yeah, Coach Manning, we'll be on some bulletin boards tomorrow, and it's all good. I'll take that. Polk Hoops did it. Who did it? Polk Hoops did it. So, hey, we did a poll last week. We tried to do one a week, and we can find topics. We said who we thought would be the leading scorer in the county, and the people we put in was we did 4, and we left it open if you wanted to like add one in. So we had LJ, Victory, Tate from Santa Fe, Vash from Frostproof, and Darius Livingston from Discovery. And I mean, I don't know if it's a surprise or not, but the winner from the fans now, not from Polk Hoops, the fans that voted was LJ. LJ like 37%. So I don't know if there's any surprises with how those results came out, but wanted to make sure we at least share them. So we'll come up with a question this week, and thank y'all that participated. Hopefully you'll continue to participate, all year long. So, and we're going to recognize the honor roll real quick. Then we're going to pick games, and then we'll be done. Okay. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7 games this week. Try to listen to y'all not do more than 6 or 7 games a week. And I know last year that was a thing. So we got 7 this week. We had 6 last week. But we recognized in 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 kids. Try to do 9 or 10 honor rolls this every week. But the first one from Haines City, I don't know if it's Jorge or George, but Ramirez had 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and their win over Liberty. Alex Sessoms from McKeel had 40 points, 6 steals, 4 assists versus Vanguard. Josner Izanati from Lake Region had 26 points against Arbondale. Jeremy Nixon at Kathleen had 24 points, 11 rebounds versus Davenport. Garson, and I know I'm saying his name wrong in advance, Coach Attenborough and Coach Billy D. and the kid. Garson Johnsonville had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Kathleen. Amari Russell from 9th ranked Fort Meade Miners, the mighty Fort Meade Miners, averaged 12 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 steals and 2 wins last week. Daniel Thompson from Bartow had 28 points versus Lake Region. BJ McKinney from Lake Region had 20 points against 4 Corners. And Vlad Yakiman had 19 points versus DME Academy National. And shout out, I don't know if we're going to shout them out, but we're going to shout them out. Shout out to JCP. I mean, I don't know if we want to. You shouldn't shout out a loss, I guess, but they went and played DME Academy national team, which is 23 in the country right now.
Yeah.
And lost, and showed well. I mean, they lost, scored 81-70, and they get sausage put in them. So good showing for JCP. They done took all that criticism for not playing people. So they went and played the number 23 team in the country, which I think that's the highest ranked team anybody in the county gonna play this year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So although it's a losing effort, but want to make sure and give them some positive with all the negative that they get all the time, So yeah, they didn't get the sausage, Rick. 11 point. They didn't get sausage in them. They was competitive. They didn't win, but 81-70, they went and played the number 20 team in the country. I mean, what we talking about? So, all right, 7 games this week. Tuesday night, Davenport. We got a top 10 matchup. Davenport at McKeel. What y'all like?
Davenport.
What you like? Who you like? Davenport at McKeel.
Davenport.
Okay. PG. You're on the record. Left us. I'm gonna take Davenport too. I like Alex. I like Axel. I just don't know if McKeel has enough depth to. But it's tough. You get caught up in that gym in McKeel. They have all the
man. I see some video, bro. They environment this year is different. There's a lot of energy in there.
Yeah, I said they got a lot. You get caught slipping in there now. They've coming out the side of the bleachers and yeah, they got a nice little advantage there. But I haven't said that. I think I still like Davenport to kind of. He going with elbow, Mike. Okay, all right. Also too tonight. Keep in mind now we picked 7 games. We're not. Ritz is a national treasure. We picked 7 games to talk about now. Of course we post every game, that so we're not gonna talk about Jenkins and Kathleen tomorrow night. We'll post it on our game schedule. Just FYI. Tuesday night, Sebring at Discovery. That's an interesting one. Discovery is another team got a good home court advantage. Discovery undefeated. I think Sebring like 1-1 or 1-2, something like that. So,
bro, that's a tough one because I haven't seen Discovery with this kid.
You say he like Discovery. If you want to, Coach Ware, the chat like Discovery. All right, disco. We got to get Rich back on the show, man. Rich is
man.
He's a walking comedy show, man. We got to get you back on here, Rich, man.
Coach.
Discovery got a good three-headed monster with the Livingston kid, Luke, and Willie. But Sebring got a nice little 3-headed monster with Davion, with the KJ kid, and then might be the difference. I don't know. Sebring got big Sylvester.
Yeah, got big Sylvester.
Discovery don't have a big kid. So,
like I said, I haven't seen
maybe next week if your agent, own it. If not, you will understand. Just let us know, what worked for you and we'll make it work. That's a tough one. PG, you on or you off? PG don't know where he be at. I don't know if he in. You want to come back to that one, Coach?
Yeah, let's come back to that one.
All right, so we're gonna skip ahead to Thursday. Santa Fe, number 3, Santa Fe at number 5, Davenport. This is a top 5 matchup.
At Davenport. Man, my kid's gonna kill me, but I'm gonna take Santa Fe.
Yeah, well, they not my kids, but I'm gonna take Santa Fe too. Santa Fe probably had the most. I don't want to say the most impressive win, but arguably of the week, going into Bartow and picking up the win, and they picked up the win pretty impressive. It wasn't like close. I think they won by like 15. So Coach Blicken got them playing well, playing hard. So I like Santa Fe as well. We'll just put us on the bulletin board. All right. We take it. Another Thursday night matchup. Winter Haven at Sebring.
Whatever.
That was quick. Yeah, I like Winter Haven too. That's gonna be a good matchup with I think with Zay and Sylvester. All right. Also on Tuesday night, let me go back to Tuesday night. Santa Fe at say SLMHS. Who is that? Is it Slam? Is that Slam High School in Tampa?
Oh no, let
I
me
want to say
check.
that. I ain't sure. I ain't for sure, but I want to say that's who it is. Raheem Starr, he must see play with Davenport. I feel you. I feel you, boss. You supposed to love y'all all the time. Look at Juice. That Slam school ain't bad, Juice, and they over in Tampa. He talking about who the hell is Slam. Slam people ain't bad though.
Yeah, they pretty good.
That's a good matchup.
Where is it at? Is it at Santa Fe or is it at Slam?
Say it at Slams. I think since it's at Slam, I think if it was at Santa Fe, I would take Santa. But Santa Fe just went into Bartow and knocked off Bartow though. That's a tough one too.
Man, Coach, you got me looking up everybody right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, while you doing that Tuesday night, I skipped this one too. IMG Blue at Winter Haven. Coach, we tried y'all said y'all don't have no trash to talk about, so I'm trying to find some real games, you know.
I'm taking Slam in the Santa Fe game.
Okay. Yeah, PG automatically get missing when it's time to pick these games. Then
man.
Did I pick them? I picked somebody up. I for whatever reason, I know Santa Fe went in there and knocked off. If they can go in the Bartow and win,
I mean, they'll have a chance because they can shoot the basketball. But from the conversations that we had offline about Slam's supposed to be pretty long, I think too. And they just beat Norland. Norland's supposed to be pretty good.
Who beat Slam? Beat Norland.
Slam beat Norland. You know, they got that one kid that's going to Missouri.
Slam do?
No, Norland do.
Norland, but isn't Norland missing some football kids? All right, they like Lakeland, right? So
yeah,
that Norland
championship game.
Yeah, well, that wasn't Norland team, right? Real team.
That basketball player is there. I know they got at least 2 D1s that have signed already.
And Slam knocked them off.
Slam knocked them off.
All right, well, I guess I'm about to go.
And like this IMG blue team, when I haven't been twice last year, they just beat JCP by 1. So Winter Haven gotta win this game because that makes it a common opponent between them and JCP, which gives us a gauge on where JCP really is. Like we already kind of know where they played against DME, but I'm gonna go with the home team on that with Winter Haven.
Okay. You like Santa Fe, Mike? I don't know how many teams Zach that's IMG got. They got a whole truckload of them though. I'm gonna go with Winter Haven at home too, just cause. All right, so Saturday, Victory versus Windermere. Going back to your research, coach.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Zach, Juice say they got like 30 teams. They got a whole lot of them over there, man. You just get caught up, you lose count. They just, they have a different color.
I think Pumpkinhead son is on that blue team. That's supposed to be coming to Winter Haven. T-Mac's son's supposed to be on that team.
Okay. That's some added storyline. Victory versus Wyndham. I know that's like a neutral site game.
I'm taking Victory.
I know
Wyndham
Wyndham
lost to Lake Highland Prep, and Bartow beat Lake Highland Prep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take Victory.
I like LJ for about 40 in that one. There'll be some good guard play. All right, Cole. We circling back up. Last one. Sebring at Discovery for the week. Me and you got the same picks right now. PG done got missing on us. So I don't know who he picking.
We'll have to get him offline again, bro. I want to say Sebring from what I saw in the fall league in this summer. But like I said, I haven't seen Discovery since this new kid. And he coming in, he putting up major numbers. And Discovery tough at home. Coach Wheeler's, I'm going with the Spartans at home.
I'm going with Discovery. And I'm going with Coach Harris on the road. And I think the difference is going to be Sylvester inside.
Bro, that's tough. Like I said, because I just haven't seen, what Discovery looks like with this new kid. I know Coach Harris, he's been putting pressure on people, and it's been making a difference. So I'm curious on how Discovery's going to handle that.
Yeah.
It's tough when you got a rim protector, after putting pressure on people.
Yeah, I just think that 6'9" difference maker, and Sebring got some guys that can run around a little bit.
They can.
So it's gonna be a very entertaining game. I think it's gonna be in the 80s.
Yeah.
But I like Sebring because of the big fella inside. So, all right, man. Well, before we get out, I saw today. We always want to give a shout out to the kids when they get any type of recognition. So we got Excel 2025 guard William Medina picked up an offer from what did I say? Oklahoma Trotter Prep. Oklahoma Trotter Prep. So congrats to Mr. Medina for another offer. And before we get off, once again, if you weren't on earlier, man, if you are if you pray, if you subscribe to that, please say a prayer for Arbondale basketball. Once again, we do not know what's going on, but apparently something has happened, and so we want to keep them in your prayers if that's what you do. What's up, Rex? And so last, we still got one team that has not put the shoulder pads up and the helmets up yet. Lakeland Dreadnoughts, they're going for a repeat in the football championship next week and a repeat game. They're going for a repeat championship against the same opponent. Only thing different is the venue. So instead of being down south, they are heading to Leon County. Little history. Be playing the state championship game at Bragg Stadium. So how we feel about Lakeland Dreadnoughts football? Do they finish the deal?
I think they do. It's gonna be a tough.
We're gonna let you do that one. We're gonna table this one the next week. So we need you on here. People need to see your face when you conversate on that one, Rex. We're gonna put that one up. Anyway, and I know what you're talking about. Rex don't even play.
Yeah, man. You already know what it is.
So
you know what I'm saying? We ride with Polk though, coach, but I got people on both sides of the ball on that one. I think it's gonna be a really good game. Venice is loaded, and I think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
So look at Coach Pruitt. Y'all tough, man. And the thing on it is, Coach, they ready for that topic, man. It's like, but we talked about it a little bit last week. The conversation, if we talk about the same team, the conversation is changing by what they doing, right? If we talk about the same team, if you start lining up and playing people that's ranked that's on TV and ranked nationally, whether they in the mall, So we the conversation the landscape starts to change a little bit. I mean, you can't really keep saying the same stuff about the folks if they moving different.
That is fact.
So all right, well, we'll post this stuff tomorrow. We'll post the full top 25. We'll post 11 through 25 so you can see where other teams, which we know that's going to line some stuff up where people see where some of the traditional big dogs, where they at this past week. But we were surprised, but we try not to do tradition. We try to be consistent, and our consistency has been, wins matter. And so that's why a lot of movement happens, because it's a lot of those traditional teams not winning. And like Coach Sessom said, it'll take care of itself, But right now, one weekend, we're gonna recognize folks when I didn't look at who they played. I just looked at the records when I was doing my updates. So I didn't look at who they played, but I figured it was gonna be something. So anyway, shout out to Coach Wilson, rocking with you, sir. Congrats again to Coach Hill for his first win at Hanger City last week. And Coach, anything you got this week on the girls' side? We try to be respectful of Polk County girls basketball, but we will post girl stuff if it's sent to us. But we also want to make sure that we don't just totally lose the girls. But anything that you want to share on the girls' side?
No, Coach. I mean, I'm glad to see that some teams that are getting out and playing people, on these weekend tournaments. And it was a conversation that was brought up in the chat, like, what I'm saying? The difference, the people that play on the weekend, basically you can tell the level of your program. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that's getting the invites to these shootouts, playing these high-level games, are on the weekend. And the people that are not playing on the weekend, what does that say about your program? You know what I'm saying? But the girl side, it kind of mirroring, what the boy sides look like. You got a couple teams that are at the top, and then, some disparity, after that. Shout out to Lake Region. They beat JCP this week. I heard that was a lot of fireworks at that game. And I heard they're already looking forward to the rematch, so that should be interesting.
Okay.
But man, I want to say this before everybody leave, man. Appreciate your loved ones, family, friends, everybody, while they're here. I'm asking for prayers for me and my family. We're going through a tough time right now. But appreciate your loved ones while they're here.
I definitely co-sign that. My son got to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers game today and hang out. I told him just enjoy it all, man. Just take it all in, enjoy all of it, and But yeah, you're definitely right, Coach. You gotta hug on your people a little more, and don't take it for granted that it's just gonna always be there. So continue prayers to you, Coach, and your family, always, every day. In the chat, shout out to Alex, scored 1,000 points at McKeel. Sorry, Coach Bud. Didn't mean that was a mistake. But 1,000 points at McKeel. Also, programming alert. There's a middle school, the future middle school boys tournament this week, Wednesday and Saturday at Westwood Discovery. Coach Weeds do a good job of hosting them things.
Yeah, he does.
So Wednesday and Saturday, if you want to see the future, the babies that before they get to where they come in, this middle school boys tournament, not boys and girls, boys. Wednesday and Saturday, Westwood Discovery. Once they get us a schedule out, we'll put it on the page so they can we can get out there. And yeah, Coach Manny, you're on the girl side, so you see what we deal with is non-stop. So, but anyway, appreciate y'all once again, man, for rocking with us this week. We do not take it for granted. Y'all see the PG, he in and out, but we'll get his picks and we'll post his picks as well. We'll post the whole 25, the honor roll, all this stuff. We'll do the daily games. We highlighted 7 games as games of the weeks that we picked, but you all know that we're gonna post every game. So We do it daily, just so that you know what's going on, who playing well. And if we got information, we're gonna get it to you. We're gonna continue to have these conversations, get y'all to be a resource for you, because we want to make sure we want all our kids to win at the end of the day. And on the same note, Coach Frazier, good luck to you and the guys. Y'all travel to Leon County, make the county proud. Y'all have already made the county proud. Go ahead and finish the deal. We touching and agreeing with y'all. Safe travels, injury free, and we know y'all gonna finish.
When do they play?
Play Saturday night at 8:00.
Saturday night.
Prime time.
I hope they leave on Friday.
I hope they
already be out there.
I hope they go up there and just take it all in. There's other games that's going on. Just go up there and go watch some other games as a group, do some team stuff, that kind of stuff. I hope that they do it, but I hope they enjoy it. And Coach Frazier, man, I know we basketball, but boy, he had a lot of critics. You coming behind the GOAT, that's a lot of pressure for him to get back. For him to get back, win or lose, you got to tip your hat to him and his staff. So hopefully he go ahead and win it all. We definitely cheering for you, but shout out to the Dreadnoughts, man. And no problem, Miss Streeter. That's we try to just provide information. We want to make sure everybody's informed. That's the whole reason why we started in the first place, because information wasn't being provided and spotlight wasn't being put on the kids, and knowledge and discussion. So we want to make sure we created that, and we thankful to be able to do it. And we appreciate y'all's support, and y'all rocking with us good, bad, and different. We don't take it for granted. So till next week, man, we're going to talk to Coach Rex Light, his agent. We'll have Light on next week. Definitely, you don't want to miss that, and we can work that out with him and the PG and Coach. We ain't never had them. It's like that thing where they finna merge Shaq, Barkley, Stephen A. They finna do it. You saw that way they finna do that for the NC tournament. Yeah. They finna combine. Oh man, that's gonna be it next week. It's gonna be something that if we can pull it off, that's gonna be something. So anyway, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe this week. Be great. Stay out of trouble, man. Until next time. Polk Hoops, we out.